Wenatchee is gorgeous in the spring with its lush green rolling hills, abundant wildflowers everywhere, and the views of the Columbia River. The local food scene offers an abundant selection of authentic international cuisines featuring the unique farm-fresh ingredients of the region. Wenatchee is also home to award-winning wines, handcrafted hard ciders, and a talented handful of local brewers producing fine craft beers. Visit Wenatchee, the heart of Washington State.
New on Curiosity Stream. Deformed trees, mutated wildlife, and no humans for miles. 10 years after the disaster at Fukushima, see what this irradiated ecosystem can teach us about nuclear fallout on Radioactive Forest. Plus, looking for the most diverse marine life on the planet? Dive into the Coral Triangle and experience a frenzy of wildlife you've got to see to believe on nature's greatest secret. It's all on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Well, you know, our boy Leo from Frog Leap, he's given us a lot of great tunes, and he's dropped another one.
Uh-oh.
And this one, it's interesting. I really like the version of the song that's out there, so I haven't heard Leo's yet, but this is Smash Mouth's All-Star, which I guess it's over 20 years old, which again, you're going to feel, I feel old when I look at the.
How old is the song? Yeah. When was it come out? Late 90s?
1999.
1999?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I know. So I guess, I was going to say, is it too soon for Leo to have to do a version? But no, it really isn't. So, Smash Mouth's version. Here's Leo's version.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. Why ain't the sharpest tool in the shed?
Sounds like the original.
Yeah. Looking kind of dumb with her
So far. Yeah, I hate it.
The shape of an L on her forehead.
Oh boy. There we go. Yes!
You'll never know if you don't go. You'll never shine if you don't go. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on. Go play.
All right, Leo.
Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on. Get paid. Only shooting stars break the wall.
Yeah, I'm going to say yes.
Yeah, high five on that one. I was like, okay, he's just doing the song again, right? But with his voice, and all of a sudden he just punches all of us in the face. That was amazing.
Good morning, everybody.
I needed that.
Right?
Yeah, I like
Screw
that.
this coffee. I need Leo in my life.
That was a good slow build, because I was thinking what is he doing? This isn't, and then it's like, oh, okay, once he gets to it, he didn't bore us. He got right with the awesome chorus.
I honestly thought, he's just going to put crunchy guitars on it, and it's just going to be just like the original. And all of a sudden he just speeds it up and pummels us. I love it.
I remember really hearing the song for the first time watching Shrek. And it was like a big part of the first act, if you will. And I would love to see this dubbed over it.
Oh, yeah.
And just redone with this version.
And
it would
Shrek
be amazing.
just eats everybody.
I mean, yeah, he could, because he is an ogre. I mean, he could, but
Steve hasn't seen Shrek, obviously.
I have not.
No.
No, I'm waiting. I'm waiting until Tatum's old enough.
Yeah.
Did I spoil something?
No, I just don't. We don't want to see Mike Myers eating people.
Yes, he's not Mike Myers. He's Shrek.
He's a friendly ogre, though. But yeah, that's a good version.
Just a little
Leo
grumpy.
Dude, how about I guess last week he covered, BJ, you're probably big into this song. You remember Roxette?
Oh, yes.
Listen to your heart.
Oh, wow. He covered that one?
Yeah, with some female artist, Violet Orlandi.
Is this the first time he's ever teamed up with anybody?
No, he's teamed up with a dude before on on Eye of the Tiger, The Survivor, cover the Rocky song, and a few other things as well. He'll sometimes bring a friend into the studios and make it happen. I don't know if Rev could find that one.
Yep, found it.
I also haven't found Eye of the Tiger. I don't think I've heard Eye of the Tiger. Have we played that?
I don't know if dude, I don't know. He's got so many covers. We haven't even scratched the surface with Leo, but yeah.
Well, I think a rocky guy like yourself you'd be throwing Eye of the Tiger on there, but this is Roxette?
This is Roxette.
Yeah, this is Listen to Your Heart.
I do remember this one, and I'm embarrassed to say I think this is in my iPhone.
I mean, sometimes in life you really can't polish a turd.
Yeah.
I'm just, personally, I never like
Rude!
Sorry, Rev. I know that's probably in your wheelhouse.
I love Roxette.
Yeah. I mean, look, it has a place in some...
Did I just say that out loud?
Yeah, he did.
I
know it is. Rev and I have the same guilty pleasure, I have to say, with that song.
What was their other song?
The Look.
That was good.
Yeah,
She's got the look.
Yeah.
I was about to say that was good.
It was good. It's a
Yeah, I think it was-
karaoke jam for me, man.
I think The Look is slightly better than Listen to Your Heart. I mean, if you had to pick one of the two.
Yes.
If you had to.
If you had to. I mean, look, if there was a gun to your head, sure, you'd have to do it and pick that one. Well, there you go. One of those two. All right, probably All-Star is probably the one you should go with as far as what Leo's doing. Yeah. And that's at Leo from Frog Leap Studios, who does just great metal versions of, some turds that can't be polished, and then some classics that are good the way they were, and Leo still makes them look good. We got to tell you about this plane that had to make an emergency landing all because of a cat. Steve's got the news for you. I'll tell you all about it with the Migs Report at 6:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Wenatchee is gorgeous in the spring with its lush green rolling hills, abundant wildflowers everywhere, and the views of the Columbia River. The local food scene offers an abundant selection of authentic international cuisines featuring the unique farm-fresh ingredients of the region. Wenatchee is also home to award-winning wines, handcrafted hard ciders, and a talented handful of local brewers producing fine craft beers. Visit Wenatchee, the heart of Washington State.
New on Curiosity Stream. Deformed trees, mutated wildlife, and no humans for miles. 10 years after the disaster at Fukushima, see what this irradiated ecosystem can teach us about nuclear fallout on Radioactive Forest. Plus, looking for the most diverse marine life on the planet? Dive into the Coral Triangle and experience a frenzy of wildlife you've got to see to believe on nature's greatest secret. It's all on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
Are you thinking about selling your home? With Orchard, you can skip the typical hassles of listing a home and go straight to getting an all-cash offer. It's simple. Once Orchard determines your home value, they make you a cash offer. That's a guaranteed cash amount you get for your home to put towards something else. A new project, a down payment, anything. Then, when your home sells for more than Orchard paid you for it, you get to keep all the profit. And Orchard has a near-perfect track record with winning customers that extra money. In today's competitive market, with so many real estate companies trying to lowball you, only Orchard pays you all cash and the upside when your old home sells for more. Maximize your earnings and minimize the stress of selling your home with Orchard. Visit Orchard.com to see how you can get an all-cash offer. Orchard, it's the new way to home.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle.
If you're hearing an informative newscast right now, well, then you must not be listening to BJ and Migs. Live from the KISW News Center in downtown Seattle, this is the Migs Report.
Well, thanks, guys. Thanks to Kia Up You All for giving us the Migs Report. And today's your day, BJ. Today is National Old Stuff Day.
Oh, thanks. Wow.
So I don't know what it is. If it's a person, if it's a piece of memorabilia, something in your life that's important to you, that's old, cherish it today. Today is National Old Stuff Day.
Thanks, buddy.
You're welcome. It's also International Rescue Cat Day.
Aw.
That's right, Rev. It's an international day. I bring it up because, well, sometimes you need to be rescued. On Rescue Cat Day, you need to be rescued from cats, and that's exactly what happened on a flight in the Middle East. Of all things, they had to make an emergency landing, all because a cat got into the cockpit and attacked the pilots.
What?
Yes. No one's sure how the cat got on board, so it wasn't like someone brought the cat on. Some cat ended up on the plane and said, you know what, I'm not happy with these pilots. Maybe didn't get first class accommodations. I don't know what the reason might be, but somehow got into the cockpit and then attacked the captain. So they had to try and catch it, but they couldn't. So then the cat was attacking the flight attendants. It was just an S show. So eventually they had to land the plane to get this cat out of the plane.
Wow. That's a stowaway situation right there. I've never heard of that one.
Well, you know what the crazy part is? It's not the first time that this has happened. Back in 2004, I guess it was a flight from Belgium to Austria, and someone did bring a cat onto the plane, and somehow it got out of the little holder and got into the cockpit, also attacked a co-pilot, and forced the plane to land as well. That had to be embarrassing for the owner of that cat.
Just a little bit, yeah. Right? Jeez, I wonder what it is about planes that cats go, okay, I'm tripping, I got to get out of here. I mean, a lot of us have issues with planes sometimes and have the white knuckle situation, so maybe it's even worse for cats.
Oh, man, imagine that would piss me off if I was the pilot. Like, how the hell did this cat get in the cockpit? Stupid cat. Last week the talk was about Kevin Mather, the CEO, or former now CEO of the Mariners, the president, made himself said some stupid things, had to resign. Yep. Well, he's not the only bigwig in the world of sports in a way that had to resign because of something stupid. Now, this is not necessarily a sports team, but Nike, they have sporting goods, they have sneakers, they have athletic wear. How about one of their executives had to resign after 25 years on the job, recently got a big promotion too. The reason being, her 19-year-old son.
Whoa.
He was known for being a sneaker reseller and apparently was using the mom's corporate card to buy all the sneakers, resell them on the internet, make a bunch of money. He says he didn't have any insider information, but at some point he was able to get access to certain sneakers that were very exclusive, hard to get, the Nike mags. I'm not a sneakerhead, but apparently those were really tough to get for regular consumers. Was able to make a $20,000 profit on those. He made about $130,000 in his reselling business. And, well, once word got out that, hey, that guy's last name is the same as one of the execs for Nike, she had to resign and said goodbye.
Whoa. Do you think she was in on it?
Some people are speculating, quite possibly. I mean, how does he get access to certain... I mean, maybe... Some people know how to just work the system and get these sneakers before anybody else. But it does seem a little suspicious that here's an executive for Nike and her son is a notorious sneaker reseller.
Yeah, how do you not? I mean, I guess, you know what? Look, there are parents that are not paying attention to their kids.
That's true.
It's very possible, she's a corporate CEO, right? She's a bigwig, so... Yep. I mean, look, it's very... she could have been like, I don't know, I have a kid. I got a kid. What's he doing?
He's existing. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, I mean, Joey right now could be doing things that I don't know about. He doesn't live with me. Joey could be reselling something.
What, like microphones?
Yeah, he's reselling microphones and I'm in trouble for it now because I didn't know.
I'm actually reselling his board games.
Oh, okay. That's
good luck putting a dent in that. I'm looking in the past at pictures of BJ's board games, and that wall is just stocked with board games.
Oh, I'm fully stocked, Steve. I'm making a lot of money.
Yeah.
Well, good luck to you.
Well, that's why I always have shelf space. It's pretty interesting. I thought for sure at some point, but it seems like I always have space for a new game. Now I know why.
Hey, I don't know if you guys were paying attention to what's going on in the world of sports, though. It looks like maybe Russell Wilson's demand for a good offensive line. He's maybe saying it a little bit louder because, welcome to the NFC West, J.J. Watt. Yeah. Granted, J.J.'s a little bit older. He's 31, but that doesn't mean he doesn't still have gas in the tank. And he just signed a ridiculous contract with the Arizona Cardinals. $31 million, 2-year deal, $23 million of it guaranteed.
Yeah, this is, I get it now. The NFC West is just saying we are just basically going to kill Russell Wilson. At some point, we're going to put him in the hospital. That's our only goal.
Right. Each team has some pretty fierce players on defense, so I could understand why Russell's like, I need protection. Bad. Like, I need double back
Russell's
protection.
like, I'll go anywhere. You know what? Let me just sit behind Tom Brady. That's what I'll do. Can I go to that team?
I don't know if that's necessarily what he wants, but hey, at this point, who knows? He wants a championship ring. Maybe that's his best way to make it happen, unfortunately. I did love that J.J. Watt put it up on his social media pages, a picture of him working out wearing an Arizona Cardinals shirt, and it just says, source me. Because, everyone always will post, hey, sources say that this guy signed with this team. And then, so he's just making it very clear the sources himself. He's making it known that he is now a member of the Arizona Cardinals for a lot of money.
Yeah.
It's funny, though, I was reading some stuff where it's like former players are like, oh, yeah, he's the greediest guy we've ever met. Because some people are like, well, why did he go with the Arizona Cardinals, this, that, and the other thing? And some people are like, that had nothing to do with like him wanting to be on a championship team or this, that, or whatever. He just wants a lot of money.
Okay. Well, I mean, I can't really argue with that, especially since it's not easy to find a championship team that you can fit into their budget. You know what I mean? It's
not like he's going on a bad team. I mean, I think the Cardinals are a pretty good team.
Yes. I mean, they got a good quarterback, and now they got him, and it just doesn't stop. I wish it
just doesn't stop.
It doesn't stop.
When is it ever going to end, DJ?
You read. Take a look at it. The Niners are probably going to be healthier. Yeah. Then we got the stupid Rams. It doesn't stop, Steve.
It never ends. Competition. It just will never end, BJ. I'm sick of it.
I know. I'm tired of it.
Hey, how about Sue Bird? She just announced that she's re-signing with the Seattle Storm. This is going to be her 20th season with the team.
Okay, on every level...
It just doesn't stop.
Well, on every level, somebody really should find out, is her last name De Leon? Because the fountain of youth in that person is unbelievable.
She was the number one pick back in 2002 for the franchise. I mean, she's been with them forever.
That's
her
awesome.
entire WNBA career with the Seattle Storm. It's pretty awesome.
It is.
And I mean, it's not like she's like not showing signs of slowing down. They just won a championship last year.
Well, that Sue Bird kid, I'll tell you.
That Sue Bird kid.
Wow, good for her.
And a shameless self-plug, tonight on YouTube, it's the return, Season 2 of SOS Pro Wrestling. If you're a fan of getting stoned and watching like 80s-style character-driven wrestling that meets Lost, that meets Gilligan's Island, that also has some time travel in it, and a drone... It's all going to happen tonight on SOS Pro Wrestling. I'm going to be on it, so that's going to be a lot of fun.
I don't understand what's happening.
We taped a crap ton of matches. We had access to a ring and a facility back before things really got shut down. And
nice.
So now Season 2 is about to pop out. On Season 1, the season ended with me getting choked out on an Island Rules match because I was on a quest to find Wi-Fi on the island. And so we'll find out what happens next, BJ. It's basically the Trailer Park Boys of professional wrestling that happens on YouTube. But it's a lot of fun. It's a bunch of local talent just trying to, entertain people in the world of wrestling without a crowd. And that's on YouTube. You catch Season 1. You can watch the entire season. It takes like an hour and a half. They're all like 15, 20-minute episodes.
Nice.
Yeah, so SOS Pro Wrestling on YouTube. As far as weather, 48 degrees. It's going to be cloudy today. That's the major report, and that's what's up.
Last night on The Voice, Blake Shelton and John Legend turned their chairs. And, if you don't know The Voice, basically they got their chairs to the back of a performer, and they have to decide if they want to recruit the performer without actually looking at them. Is that how that goes in that show?
Yeah, they start performing, and then you have the entire length of the song that they're performing to decide whether or not you want to turn your chair. And a lot of times people are playing the waiting game to see if they can wait till the last second to swoop in and get that guy. Because then if everybody turns their chair, then that singer has to pick which judge they want to have be their coach, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So the more people who turn around, the more options they have. But sometimes only one judge will turn around, and then you're just, or none will turn around. That's always a suspenseful one when you're like, this person sounds great, and nobody's turning their damn chair around. It gets very infuriating.
Oh, man. Well, last night, Blake Shelton and John Legend turned their chairs around for this 45-year-old dude. His name is Pete Morose. Now, here's the thing. Pete was actually at one time in a group with Blake Shelton, but Blake, he had no clue, didn't recognize him.
What is your name and where are you from?
Pete Morose, 45, Nashville, Tennessee. I sang under a name Pete Mitchell.
I know. Oh my God!
And I was in this group called the Young Riders.
I was in a group also called the Young Riders with Pete.
Oh my God!
You stole my bass player.
I gave your bass player a job.
That's true, you did.
We're in a group with him and he doesn't remember you?
I haven't seen this guy in 25 years.
Oh my God.
I think the best way to get back at him for stealing your bass player would be to disappoint him and join Team Legend.
No, all we're going to do is get the old group back together.
Pete, who do you pick as your coach?
I gotta go with the old cowboy.
Yeah! Wow, isn't that weird? That is trippy.
Well, it just shows, sometimes you feel bad when you don't remember meeting somebody. And here's Blake Shelton was in a band with the guy and doesn't remember. He's like, it's been 25 years. What do you want from me? I've drank a lot of alcohol.
Yeah, there is that. That is, I mean, and now he's going to be like, well, I mean, they kind of mentor people, don't they?
Yes.
On this show, which I think Pete, does he need any mentoring? If he's been making music for all these years and actually even used to be in a band. And
well, have you ever heard of the guy?
You're absolutely right.
I mean, no disrespect, but it's clear that he hasn't gotten where he wants to be, and Blake Shelton has.
And you think of all these years, it's like, hey, Blake, I've been trying to call you, though, for 20 years, see if you can help a brother out. Now I got to come on this damn show to get you to help a brother out.
You could turn it into like a movie, like Misery, where he's like, that's how he gets in with them again, and now he finally takes out all of his aggression on Blake Shelton for stealing his bassist.
So we're going to find Blake Shelton in a bed, and he's just going to start slamming on his ankles?
Yes.
Is that what Pete's going to do?
Maybe he'll even take out his voice.
Oh, so instead of the ankles, it'll be like, okay, that's...
I don't know why this turned into a horror movie, but, you know. Why not?
You're on The Voice, and now you don't have one.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. That's, yeah. I'll teach you to forget me.
Do you think the first thing he's going to say is, hey, man, why didn't you ever return my phone calls?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Oh, yeah. Because I feel like Pete probably, it's not the first time he's tried to get some time with Blake, and this is how he had to get it done. How cool would it be if all of a sudden Pete becomes a bigger star than Blake Shelton? Because, I mean...
What a great story.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I suppose Blake wouldn't mind because Blake's already got a great life. Why not? I mean, if you kind of hope, especially since he stole the guy's bassist.
It's just, man, that's just I think about, though, like 25 years goes by. Do you remember everybody that's been in your life? You know, because like I look at I'm on like a Facebook group for all the people from my class from high school. And some people are chiming in, and I'm like, who the F is this person, and how did they give him access? And then I click on their profile. I'm like, oh, yeah, I guess they did go to, they went to high school at the same time as me. I don't remember this person, though.
Oh, yeah. And it doesn't get better the more years, dude. If you got 20 years, then you got 30 years. And there are people that I've worked with that I don't remember working with. Like, they were like, hey, do you remember blah, blah, blah? And I'm like, no, who are you? You know, and I worked like right alongside of you. I mean, how many interns have we had on our show that have come up, and sometimes they'll come up to me somewhere in another random place, and they'll be happy because they'll be with their significant other, and maybe they want to be, hey, that's BJ, he and I were, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I don't know who you are.
And then you're like in this weird, like, how much do I fake knowing this person until like something might be said that is going to completely out me. And then I look like a bigger douche that I've been trying to pretend to remember this person.
Yeah, you know my life. It's not pretty. That's why I just do make-em-ups. Like I tell you got to do make-em-ups.
How can you make something like that up if they start talking about things that happened?
Well, I just go along and go, dude, that was epic. You were so important to whatever it is that we were doing.
But what did they say? Then you fired me, though.
Yes, you were so important to us having to fire people at the right time. You're a great guy. Or, the company made me do that. I was against that. I was 100%.
You were my favorite intern. What are you talking about? You said you hated me every day.
Well, hate's a strong word. Where I come from, hate means love, and love means hate. We're opposite people.
Yeah, man.
I know, dude. And everybody knows. I don't know why I try to pretend like I know somebody that I don't, because you can see it all over my face. I am, hey! And then the significant other really knows. They're the ones going, you don't know who the hell he is at all. Yeah, it's a beating. All right, well, congratulations, Blake Shelton, on the guy you effed over all those years ago.
Well, I like that he owned it. He's just like, it's been 25 years. Come on, guys.
Yeah, I know. What do you want me to say? Yeah. All right, so our boy Steve here yesterday did not get this one right.
Hugh Hefner's customized plane was called Big what? No.
Willie?
No.
Hoots?
No.
I don't know. I think Big Hoots would have been great.
Big Hoots.
Yeah. Because Big Bunny, when you think about it, that's the whole Playboy Bunny. You know what I mean? And I think yeah. Well, anyway, that was the answer, Bunny. And you want a shot at beating Steve? All right, you got it. 206-421-ROCK. We're playing Beat Miggs at 647 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. How do I know if bankruptcy is going to provide me with relief? What are the steps? for my situation?
There's so much information out there about bankruptcy with the internet and what people have heard from friends and other people that they've talked to about their financial issues or bankruptcy. There's also a lot of bad information out there or urban legends about bankruptcy. In order to determine whether bankruptcy makes sense for you, you need to talk to an attorney that's experienced in bankruptcy. So in order to determine whether bankruptcy makes sense for you, you should talk to an experienced bankruptcy attorney. And my job is not to convince you to file bankruptcy. My job is to help you to make that decision and have all the facts so that you can make an informed decision about whether bankruptcy makes sense for you, what benefits it's going to have for you, and what the downside of filing bankruptcy is.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com.